Void Ray's trying to charge up. That pylon, though, it's a little bit low on shields right now.
Yeah, only a handful of Marines right now from Silver, and obviously you need units to attack those Void Rays, and when you only have about 8 Marines, it looks like 10 Marines right now, those Void Rays are going to be very hard to deal with. And look at the ElParimedico moving his Void Rays back into the peon line, going ahead and charging up on that refinery, and no stim right now. This is so huge.
There's no missile turrets back here. Oh, and there he's fully charged. He's going to be able to annihilate that almost immediately and pulling back. Why? For no reason. Well,
it is going to burn to the ground.
And there's the push at the front. He was just trying to pull the Marines back, but again, Marauders and tanks at the front. He's going to be okay for now, but these Void Rays are such a huge threat with no missile turrets at the back.
Yeah, now, what I would really like to see from ElParimedico, if he can go ahead and throw down an expansion right now, he would be in tip-top shape.
Absolutely.
He has great aggression right now, keeping his component campaign, and there goes the Nexus. This Protoss player is really showing his stuff.
And this was a player who just registered for the tournament. He just saw MLG signups and was like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a shot. And here he is going to take out perhaps one of the favorites to win this tournament. Tank siege mode done. That's going to deny that aggression. That one tank is going to make a huge blast at the front. Oh, and one thing to note, he was on hold position at the front. Very nice move. Can be very risky, but if you have good reaction time like ElParimedico, you're going to be great. Stim
has begun producing okay, it looks like it's about halfway done. Those Void Rays are trying to find the best way to do some more harassment, but the harassment is kind of slowed down right now. We do have that expansion about halfway done for the Protoss player, so he is definitely in better shape than his opponent right now.
And here's a tank very vulnerable. Oh, he's charging on the destructible rocks. That tank is a clear target, and Silver knows that he's going to back up. There's the full charge. He is going to advance forward, needs to be careful, and the Marines moving way too far forward, but ElParimedico with a slightly off force field could have killed more units.
Yeah, really, that force field, I mean, maybe that's just some land jitters. Of course, he is the unknown, so we really don't know, but that force field could have killed a ton of Marines, but it was a little bit shy to the left, but it's not too much of a big deal. We do have a Viking coming out now trying to do some more damage onto those Void Rays, but there's just a ton of Stalkers. That Viking is going to have to call upon some friends.
Now going to the resource counting station, we can see that it's 64 food to 60, not a huge deficit for the Terran player. Silver good at freestyling. ElParimedico needs to focus on the front. He's losing units up there. Needs to pull back some more nice Viking micro, and it looks like we see a Dark Shrine being constructed in the corner of ElParimedico's base, abusing the lack of detection coming out of Silver. He's spending all of that energy on the mules. So
looks like a dropship. Looks like a dropship has loaded up there with 8 Marines. He is going to find that Stargate. Oh my God.
And there's a Void Ray right there waiting. Is he going to see it? God, he has great minimap usage. He is just following that minimap so well. And here comes the Void Ray, but it is too slow. He's going to have to pull back a lot of units, and almost certainly ElParimedico is not going to be comfortable with that. But ooh, leaving the sentries behind at the front so he can continue to force field.
Yeah, it looks like a handful of Zealots have been I'm wondering why he's deciding to move those backwards. And looks like the drop has come over to the Stargate, and there is no units actually defending that. But at the same time, you have the Void Rays charging up on that refinery. Here come the Marines actually stimming in. Is he going to be able to get that one Void Ray?
And one goes down. That was huge. That was a huge hit. But if Silver needs to start repairing this refinery, I mean, that's going to eat into his ability to do anything in this game. It's already down at 40 life. I'm going to continue to have that one selected because it's down at 30 life, 29. Oh no, Silver's not going to repair it. It's at 15 life, 10 life. Oh my God, that's a huge blunder by Silver, just losing his gas geyser twice, letting it burn down.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone get so excited about a refinery burning down.
That's huge. He can't do anything now. He has to sit back and play passive, which is exactly what he needs to not do right now.
We do have an orbital command now finished in Silver's base, but he can't actually take his expansion. Looks like he is going to be moving out, though, taking down that forward pylon. Oh God, he's going to lose that Viking. Yes, he does.
The Viking goes down. One medevac goes down. There's a huge stim, and he scans. He will kill off a DT. This is a very awkward position for Protoss, but he does have that expansion, and he does have DTs out, so he can delay a touch longer.
Yeah, there are Void Rays kind of scattered across the map right now, as well as this probe. I'm wondering if ElParimedico is going to be taking another expansion there. Looks like there was one lone DT on hold position.
Oh.
There it goes, trying to take down that Marine, but the Marines do have that combat shield. Looks like that missile turret is trying to go down. There comes the scan. Another DT is going in, though. Looks like ElParimedico doesn't care, and a lone sentry joins the forces and dies.
Oh, another scan. That is very, very bad news. I would not have minded a suicide to kill off this missile turret and more DT suiciding, but I mean, right now, ElParimedico needs to play perfectly if he wants to come back. And oh no, the Void Ray sacrificial Void Ray at the front door, and the one thing that's going to keep ElParimedico in this game is huge macro.
We do have Charge being researched. Has he actually started any weapons upgrades? Looks like he's now just starting ground weapons level 1. No third expansion coming out, or second expansion coming out for ElParimedico. Looks like Silver's expansion is fully operational right now. Getting a little bit high on the energy though, sitting about 65 right now. They're at his expansion, going ahead and taking out that other rock, or the destructible rocks there to go ahead and probably take another expansion. A scouter probe out right now for ElParimedico. He's going to run into the entire army of Silver.
Yeah, I think one of the key moves for Silver this game was this siege tank that was behind these destructible rocks. It pushed all those ground units back, let Silver move out to his expansion. ElParimedico still playing quite well despite that big loss of all the Void Rays and his contain. Scout gets immediately annihilated at the front, and with this many Zealots, it's going to be quite tough for Silver to move out until he has plenty of tanks.
Yeah, there were 2 probes kind of sitting around having a chat there at that other expansion. Looks like we have one of those going into that Zelnaga Watchtower. Another dropship actually coming out from Silver there, right north of the main base of the Protoss player.
I mean, I have no idea why he moved that probe away. I mean, that was perfect positioning for it. And now here comes a big vulnerable drop. Is he going to get enough time to warp in units? Yes, warping them right in there. And he is going to stim, be able to kill off these Stalkers. But there comes the Void Ray. Oh, it will be able to escape in time, but he's going to have to unload this. ElParimedico might be able to take it out.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Looks like ElParimedico is just going to go ahead and leave it be. A missile turret being thrown up there from Silver, and it looks like Silver has started another expansion right now, so he's definitely going to be ahead of his opponent soon, and I like this play from Silver. Early aggression, you would think. Looks like we do see the Protoss player actually seeing that, but I like this play from Silver. He's a little bit shooken up from the beginning, but he's showing the fact that he is maybe the more experienced player here and macroing a little bit harder than his Protoss opponent.
So these 2 engineering bays that were accidentally constructed can now start actually making use of themselves later in the game, getting those extra upgrades. And here comes Silver with the big drop. Oh no, that got shut down so fast. Silver getting a little bit overeager, and as we can see, ElParimedico is pulled back in the food battle. He's now slightly ahead. Going to be a free missile turret there at the south end, and just a pylon there to help remind him, but still flying the Void Ray directly into the missile turret.
What is that pylon? I really want to know what that pylon is doing, but it looks like it doesn't matter.
Push, but is he going to have any storm at all? It looks like the tanks are sieging. He needs to be really careful. His tanks can do a lot of damage back to the Marines. Doesn't look like he got in the best position, but still, point defense drone shutting down everything. Unbelievably nice push there by Silver.
I am extremely confused right now, as that one High Templar did have 121 energy. Was Psystorm actually not finished when that fight started? I did not see. Looks like another engagement is about to happen there. As the Zealots do charge in, those Marines do stim and fall behind those tanks, letting the tanks go and take the brunt of the damage there. And there's
the good game. Silver managing to take the series from 0-1 back to 2-1. That is a hard thing to do, especially when the person you lost to didn't do any sort of cheesy gimmick but played straight up. But you saw Silver get back in his comfort zone the longer the game went on. ElParimedico had that solid early game, but again, the good players want the games to go longer because that's where they can really get the edge.
Yeah, really, I'm really excited to see how ElParimedico does in the lower bracket. And man, I heard from the players actually that the upper bracket right now in round 2 is going to be crazy. Pretty much every top player in North America is going to be playing each other, and we're only in round 2 of this tournament.
And we get to watch, we get the front row seat, so we'll definitely check out some of that awesome round 2 action coming up very soon here after this short commercial break.